Starts first down and 10 at their own 10-yard line, and Tevin Coleman with some running room. Tevin Coleman down the sideline. Coleman, one man to beat. Tevin Coleman's going to go 90 yards, and Indiana takes the lead. Randall L. scrambles, stalled off the pitch, keeps it himself down the sidelines. He could go. Antoine Randall L. touchdown. To the end zone, that's hauled in with one hand by McCulley. Touchdown, Indiana.
To episode 192 of the Hoosier Happy Hour podcast. That's right. You hear the voice. I'm back. I'm Bragley. You can find me on Twitter at BRAGGLEY. And I'm here with my co-host, who's always around. That's Brandon Dubich. It's at Brandon Dubich on Twitter. Brandon spelled traditionally Dubich, D-U-B-I-C-H. Long time no physically speak, Brandon.
This is my birthday since you and I have spoke. That's been almost a month. I've missed you. I do want to apologize to the listeners. The reason we had to take a break last week was because it took me an hour and a half to get home. And then I got home and my wife had an obligation she had to go do. So I had a kid thrown on my lap after driving for an hour and a half. And the last thing I wanted to do was talk to anyone. So that's on me. I had a down week, but I'm back and going to get an A+ performance.
Speaking of people we don't usually ever want to talk to, our producer Seth is here. He's been a consistent here recently, which has been nice as well. We appreciate it. Somebody just to hang out with one of us too every now and then usually makes it a little bit better. Welcome, Seth, to the show. Block him on Twitter if you haven't already. S-E-A. What is it? SETAH5.
Oh, we all want to see him this time of the year. This is the time of the year that we want to. Oh, we know what's coming. We're not going to say it, but we know what's coming.
We do know what's coming. You know what's funny is before Seth talks, the president of my company, he's just a year older than me. He is a Purdue grad, and we were chatting before a meeting the other day, and he was like, pull up bracketology, see who's going to beat us maybe in the Sweet 16. I'm calling a 14 seed. And so we did a deep dive into UNC Williamson. And now we have pictures of UNC Williamson players posted throughout the office just as a reminder of who's going to beat Purdue at some point during the tournament.
Man, I think they're too good for that this year, but Auburn's guard's going to run Purdue out of the building. Auburn.
I would be incredibly scared, even if I were a Purdue fan, thinking maybe they get to the Final Four, maybe they get to the Elite Eight.
And 16 Elite Eight is where
what if they run into either one of the two teams that were playing last night? They're also effed. If they run into Iowa State or Houston, oh my goodness, those two teams.
LJ Cryer, Purdue has no shot against them. LJ Cryer and Jamal Shadd are the best backcourt in the entire country.
You can't breathe.
Am I allowed to talk? Am I going to get to
toast?
Yeah. What's up, Seth?
How long am I going to let this go? Yeah, no, there are a bunch of matchups against overpowering guards that terrify me, but I want UConn versus Purdue in the national championship, and we're going to lose by like 25, and that's fine.
No, but Purdue beats UConn.
Oh my goodness!
Really, they got a big guy.
We play so much better against better teams.
Identical teams. Purdue's a better version of UConn.
Oh, yeah.
They keep telling me
the game against
Hurley's
Ohio
the best
State
coach ever. That's what they keep telling me. If you listen to enough of the sports announcers, they're all on Hurley right now.
Hurley's a psychopath.
Well, that may be true too. All right, let's get into this. We got a ton of stuff to get onto.
We do. Well, not really. We're not even going to bore you guys with the merch stuff anymore. It's there. Buy it. We have very limited quantities left. Quantities. We have tons of quality. They really are nice shirts. Like, we're not bullshitting you guys. Like, they're good stuff. They're $10. I mean, you can't find a shirt anywhere anymore for $10. Great shirts. Go out and buy them. You get a free sticker with every t-shirt you buy. Twitter and Instagram handles, if you guys haven't noticed already, it's at Hoosier Happy Hour, or it's at Happy Hour IUFB. Man, it's been a long time since I've done this. You can check the link in our bio on Twitter or on Instagram for more details, or I'll put a link, of course, on the Twitter post whenever we do it. We also have Patreon, and we've got a lot of cool stuff coming up. The more I see this particular pod post things on Instagram, the more I don't want to talk to coaches on the football program. So we're going to do some other more fun stuff, maybe like players and things like that along the way. But that's going to be stuff that you're only going to find on Patreon. We're also now in phase 2 of the testing process of the new platform, where probably in the next week or two, you're going to see all of our beautiful faces all over social media and different clips, and all of that other stuff. All of these things that will be exclusive to Patreon at some point. So go get it. It's $3 a month. Like I can't even imagine the dumb stuff I spend $3 on. So yeah, time to catch up. We've missed about 2 weeks worth of content. A lot of stuff happened. Not really. Cam Jones won a Super Bowl on the practice squad, so it still counts. So congratulations, Cam Jones and the Kansas City Chiefs. As much as that hurts to say, at least something positive for me came out of that Super Bowl. Let me see.
How
Let's
good
talk
was that?
Julian Lewis.
How good was that donut or Dunkin' Donuts commercial though?
Oh, that was
Oh
a great
my God.
Dunkin' Donuts.
One of the
commercial.
best commercials of all time.
I mean, just the
Boston
worst
Mass
type of
Kid.
people. Yeah, the worst type of people, but great commercial.
Great content.
Let's talk Julian Lewis. Have we overdone this? Have you guys talked about this yet? Okay, so Julian Lewis, the pod is called Good Juju. I mean, it might change between now and then, but Julian Lewis, 5-star, moved up from the 2026 class to the 2025 class. Depending on where you look, because believe me, Purdue people have already sourced it because they're like, he's not the number 1 quarterback in the country. He's number 2, according to this, or number 3, according to whatever hand-picked recruiting database you want to look him up at. But he's composite number 1.5, basically, in the 2025 class. He has gone and done an official visit. Is it official visit, Brandon?
Yep.
To IU over the last couple of weeks. Do you want to talk a little bit about what he means, what the chances of IU getting him are, and what that would mean for the program if they do get him?
So he's 6'1". But I mean, the profile on him is he's got laser rocket arm. So while he doesn't have, that prototypical size you want, he can do everything. I'm not saying he's Caleb Williams, but he can scramble. He can sit in the pocket. He can do everything you want a quarterback to do. He's incredible. Now Newman and I talked about this a few pods ago before he visited, and before I got news, I think either you said it or Seth said it about a certain 247 analyst. What I thought this meant was that getting second or third place in nowadays recruiting is great. Second or third place before transfer portal was terrible, right? To get that close and not get a recruit. But now with the transfer portal, and how quick things move in the transfer portal, if he takes an official visit to you, you're setting yourself really well if that opportunity presents. So if you want to hear Newman and I break more of what second and third place mean in a portal land, that's kind of all I thought this was until National Signing Day. Bragg, you want to go ahead and do you remember that? If not, I can go ahead and speak to it.
Speak to it.
Seth, do you remember? I don't want to completely bogart this. So I forget the 247 analyst name, but it was on their 247 signing day show. He does not believe Julian Lewis winds up on USC's campus. Didn't say why. He didn't say if he'd get recruited over or if he just generally was a soft commit. But he said he believed Julian Lewis will open this up. And when he opens this up, he believes IU will offer him day 1 starter and enough NIL money. That was the biggest thing because this guy's going to command $500,000, $750,000. I don't know what to believe anymore in NIL, especially for freshmen that have never played a second on the field. But he believes he will not. Again, I wish I could remember it. I'd have to scroll so far back in our group chat. but he said he doesn't believe he winds up at USC and believes he winds up at one of Auburn, Georgia, or IU. And
He said, "Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Maybe you were going to say it."
And he believes ultimately the relationship with Tino Sinceri, he will trust Tino's word over all the other coaches.
Yeah. He
what this
said,
believes.
sorry, Brandon, to cut you off again. He said something along the lines of IU has a legit shot. Like they're not just there hanging out like, oh,
Correct.
hey, look at us. We're IU back here. This is funny that we're here. No, there's a legit chance of this happening. So what does that mean for the program? Seth, do you have any thoughts on that? Does it
I mean,
mean anything?
The weird thing here is you seem to be fairly well set at the quarterback position right now, short and long term. So with him reclassifying to the 2025 season, it almost puts a little bit of a logjam in there. And so if you are putting him in their day one starter and superseding the two remaining guys who are still on the roster,
Taven and Tyler.
right, you'd assume that they'd ultimately be looking elsewhere as well. But I mean, it's a great problem to have. It's absolutely a phenomenal problem to have. And with USC being the incumbent, I mean, that's a tough thing to pry away from. But
Yeah, but Brandon touched on it with the transfer portal. I mean, as much as we hate to see people go, I mean, that opportunity for those kids to go somewhere else, I can't imagine that they could blame IU for being like, oh, well, you have me, Tyler Cherry, sitting right here. Why would you go get the number one quarterback in the country? Like, that's a hard thing to do, right? Or Brock Lowry, who's to say he's not going to be any good, right? We forgot his name, as well as the other guy we got out of Miami this year. So
I feel like this is the quote straight out of Step Brothers. With all due respect,
yeah,
the Curtis Rourke, Taven Jackson, Brock Lowry, Tyler
Rourke will be
Cherry,
gone. Yeah,
JuJu Lewis will day one be the most talented. Now, does that mean he'll learn the playbook? Does that mean he'll have the chemistry with the wide receivers? All that you don't know. All of that will have to be camp stuff. But on pure talent, JuJu Lewis will be, Anthony Mendoza also will be a scholarship quarterback. JuJu Lewis will be the most talented quarterback in that room. So
definitely. All right, well, let's move on from JuJu unless Seth has anything else he wants to add to it. No. I mean, there's funny stuff that people at IU football Twitter is picking up on, like things like he was out practicing shortly after the official visit, and he's got a towel, and his towel that he has on is an IU towel, like while practicing, not at the official visit, but back at his school or wherever he was doing his practice drills. We'll talk a little bit more about some other people.
I think bigger, and again, this is just Twitter fodder. This is not official. There's a camp down in Alabama in either May or June, and guess who's going to accompany him to that camp?
Who's
Mr. Tino Sinceri. So
there you go. And the people that haven't been paying attention or whatever, he's a family friend of the Sinceris since he was 8 or 10 years old. So I mean, he's been around the family for a long time and is very familiar with Tino and his family as well. So it always works, man. Those kind of ties are what you need to have in a program that can make some big time changes. So Seth? No, okay. Some other people in the 2025 class that have committed, big Coach Bob getting it started a little bit early, picking up a couple interior offensive linemen real early on. Matt Mark, is that his name? Was I not kidding when I wrote that down? That's
Merrick.
Okay, so I knew I forgot a letter or two. 6'4", 285 out of Orland Park, Illinois, much closer to Chicago than where Seth actually grew up. 3-star out of there. Big kid going into a senior year of high school. 6'4", 285 monster. I'm sure you can add to the frame in college. Another guy on the similar lines, and I don't know anything about Orland Park High School or the school that Merrick went to.
Feeney went there.
Who's that?
I think Dan Feeney went there.
Sounds right.
Or Jason Spriggs. It was one of them.
Could have been one of the two there, yeah. The other guy that we've brought on.
Look it up.
He's doing it right now. Interior offensive lineman, Evan Parker, 6'4", 295 out of Carmel. 3-star interior offensive lineman as well. Seth?
Is it Carl Sandburg High School?
It is.
Is that the one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm at least on the right path.
There you go. I mean, you could have just looked up Dan Feeney or Jason Spriggs first and then kind of figured it out from there.
But yeah, so
ahead.
Merrick definitely projects as a little bit more of a pulling guard. And then Evan is basically a project. He plays in the interior now. I think Seth had a pretty good write-up from, I want to call a source, a friend, somebody who knows Carmel football. But, you know, he's going as an interior offensive line, but I think he can potentially play all 5 positions. Evan Parker is, like I said, just a complete raw prospect. But Matt Merrick is going to be kind of a road grading guard.
Yeah. But Evan Parker, I mean, is coming from a monster program in Carmel. So, I mean, anytime you can get any sort of talent that's D1 talent, Power 5, Group of 5 talent from Carmel is a good start. So,
create
another guy,
Indianapolis pipelines.
Yes,
I mean, we all love Florida, Georgia, Southern talent, right? But like, how many times has Ohio State or Michigan State, even damn Iowa, you know, snuck one right under our nose? That's annoying. So,
yeah,
good early win.
Next guy is interesting. Another lower level, I guess you would say, 3-star cornerback, defensive back out of LaGrange Park, Illinois, also much closer to Chicago than what Seth actually grew up at. Garrett Reese, 6'2", 170 as a defensive back. I haven't read too much into him on where they're trying to put, where they think they'll put him. I think size leans more towards safety, or are they looking at a big corner?
247 has him as a safety.
There you go. So yeah, just, I mean, kind of the typical run of the mill, get your class started kind of guys, I think, as far as rankings go. So not anything that's going to jump off the page, but that doesn't mean that development doesn't turn them into some absolute studs. So,
well, interior offensive linemen are never rated high.
Oh yeah,
like never. So like they're actually, I actually think the 2 linemen are pretty good.
It's huge. I mean, they're 6'4", 285 and 295 juniors in high school.
Yeah,
monsters. So, yeah, that's good to have. All right, let's move on real quick. A couple other pieces of news. Elijah Sarrett named PFF top wide receiver transfer. I think his grade was significantly higher than second place. I can't remember who it was, but ended up going to LSU. So, another win, I guess you would say. And then a couple other quick wins that have kind of flown underneath the radar. Mellencamp getting a little bit of a facelift, an interior facelift, I guess you would say. Some new turf is on the menu. So I don't think, and Brandon, you could maybe correct me here, a lot of people want a new practice facility, but I'm not sure that they're ever going to do a new one. I think that they'll just revamp what's there. There's not a whole lot of room right there to put a new one unless you go way off site from the football field, which you wouldn't do that, correct?
No, I don't think so. Can we back up a little bit? Because I wanted to look this up beforehand. I didn't. Elijah Sarrett, not on draft boards for next year, even though he is draft eligible, is on draft boards as a day 3 guy in 2026. I'd love to get 2 years out of him.
Yeah, we'll get
love to get 2 years out of him.
We will. As stacked as our wide receiver room is, I don't think he walks in and immediately makes this like, look at me, I'm the greatest player to walk onto this field, right?
I mean, McCulley's still
going to be
wide receiver 1.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
McCulley's still wide receiver 1.
Well, I think it's 1 and 1A, 1A, 1B. I mean, I think that they're both just absolute studs. And don't forget, we still have EJ Williams is still hanging around. I mean, he's still there too. I mean, and Omar Cooper, again, who made a huge impact at the end of the season. There's a lot of talent in the wide receiver room. So I think we get a good 2 years out of him. I think does he not have 3 years total eligibility? No, he's only got 2. I forgot. We're done with the COVID stuff. So, okay, Mellencamp getting the stuff. The other important thing, very important, is there's no more of the Indiana Hoosiers faded kind of lettering that went around the east side of the stadium. something that I had kind of made a point of like pointing out for years at this point. Those have been taken down. Here's my inside source within the sign company that prints and does all the signage for the university, is that all of the new signage is on hold right now due to Coach Sig making a ton of changes. So I think that you're going to see a big revamp around the stadium, in facilities, everything else here coming up soon. But everything that they were going to start has been put on hold here for the unforeseeable future. So,
And I
then
think
the
this next
other
point
thing
you're
is-
going to make is
what's that?
the most important.
Yeah. The other thing is IU made a ton of money. They made $145 million at the end of the year. Now, side note, Tom Allen's buyout I don't think hits until next year. But again, it doesn't matter.
But what also hits next year? What also hits next year?
Mike Woodson's buyout?
Save that clip. No, I'm
Okay.
just kidding. No. What I wanted to say was the new revenue from the new Big Ten teams.
Oh, there you go.
There will be no shortage of cash, and I'm excited. Like, Coach Sig isn't going to be here long. He knows that. We know that. I think he puts his stamp on a facility and that. So he's a legacy guy. He says that a lot, right? He said almost all the talk. He wants to leave an imprint. I'm super excited for what he can do with money. He's never had money in any program he's went to.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll be interesting to let him know or if they'll give him the PIN number or not, but we'll see if he's allowed to
Dolson,
tap
get
into
out of the
bank
way.
account. Yeah.
Dolson, remove yourself.
Hey, you know what? Here's an interesting thing. We talked about this in our in a separate group text full of rabid Purdue fans that had to make some sort of
I don't know how you
opinion on this. When you step back, how long has Dolson been in charge? What has it been? 3-4 years now?
18, 19.
Has it been that long? Really? So, but either way, take a step back and look. Do you think he's done an awful job?
Yes.
Did you? Oh, here's my thing. I don't love it, what he's done. Do I see improvements in what I wouldn't have seen maybe in Fred Glass? Do I think Fred Glass fires Tom Allen last year? No. I don't. I don't think he fires him. I also think that he doesn't deal with what's going on with the basketball program either. So take it whatever way you want to.
I don't think Dolson does anything, but that's for another pod.
That is for a different pod. He does take pictures, a lot of pictures. Okay. Moving on.
Pumped for this segment.
Are you?
Yes.
This was Seth's idea, and I hated it at first, and now I think it's okay. So I'm going to do what Seth considered to be interesting over-unders in February in the Big Ten. And these are per FanDuel. They were the biggest one I could find that actually had over-unders done already. They actually have the line out already for Ohio State, Michigan. You guys want to take a shot at that one? I remembered
17.5.
That's a little high. Ohio State, I think they're on the road at Michigan, minus 10.5.
Oh, you said Ohio State.
Yes.
Gotcha. I thought you said
Ohio
Indiana.
State minus, dude, they love Ohio State, and we'll tell you why here in just a minute. Okay, let's start with why we're here. They've got IU at an interesting number. I thought that they'd be lower, honestly. Indiana, 5.5. Your over is plus money. Your under is minus 128. Interesting side note here, and then we'll pick. Action Network, which I saw randomly just scrolling through Twitter, I think one day, has already put out their bowl projections. IU playing in the Quick Lane Bowl against Central Michigan, and they have a line out of IU minus 10.5. So hammer it. That place, the Ford Field will be packed full of Hoosier fans in early December or mid-December, whenever they play up there at the Quick Lane Bowl. Honestly, at this point, I will take it. So I'm going to hammer that over. Over plus 104, Brandon. You throw a hundo on there, that's a good return.
That I mean, it's gambling. This is my favorite. Well, March Madness is my favorite. We're getting into my most favorite gambling season. I can't tell you how well this IU schedule stacks up.
Mm-hmm.
Now the bad part is, if it goes the other way, man, it's a little bit difficult to dig yourself out of a hole. But wasn't it 3.5 last year, Seth?
Mm-hmm.
Was it 3.5 or 4.5? Yeah,
It was 3.5.
So I mean, already SIG has an effect, right? And the 3 was the favor, right? Like that, it was the over was so. Last year, Vegas thought we'd win 3 games. They already think we're a 2-win better team, and no one's played a game. You gotta love that. You gotta love that, and I agree with the over. I mean, just because, I think you're gifted 3 wins, so then you somehow just have to go 3-6.
Yeah, and with the schedule, there's a lot of people talking, 8-0 start. I mean, it's insane. It's insane. So, but just, I mean, all you got to do is get to 6. I take you got to hammer the over.
So I was 4 or 5 beers in the other day when we did this, and I talked myself into 6.5 wins.
So
I don't remember.
This is so too early. What I think is going to be hilarious is I also think we start 5-0, and then we potentially end up 5-6 going into the Purdue game.
God, I don't think that
wouldn't that just be the most IU? Now I'm hoping Coach Sig
I think it's
will
totally
break
different.
that.
Yeah, I think that he'll break it.
The
yeah,
first
totally
5.
Different.
I mean, the hardest team you're playing is UCLA. Maryland, we're going to talk about it. It's going to be hot garbage trash without talking.
Yeah, and it's amazing what we're about ready to talk about.
Yeah, let's get into it. 7.5.
Yes. Yeah, and it's plus money for the over, so they think they're going to go 7 wins. Under hard. You've lost all of your talent. What have they replaced it with? Right? Wait, I guess Tua's brother hasn't technically transferred or committed to the NFL, right? So until he does that,
I mean, his eligibility is up.
no, he technically can register for 1 more year.
No, they already denied it.
Did they deny him? Then he's done.
Yeah.
Then they have no talent. There's none left. He was the only thing holding any of it together. The running backs are done.
Every year, though.
No, the running backs are done. The wide receivers are okay. But what are they going to do? Put the number 9, the running quarterback in? What's he going to do? He's just going to run.
So let's look at their schedule just briefly.
Okay.
Right? It is really easy.
Okay. They probably play Virginia.
They do not play Ohio State. They do not play Michigan. Okay. They play USC at home, which I think we've seen. USC, when they're on the road, not very good. They do play Oregon on the road. They'll get killed. Their out of conference is UConn, Villanova, and VMI.
Oh, they've got and Virginia. They've got Virginia on my schedule.
I mean, Virginia's equally terrible.
So here's my thoughts on Virginia. I think Virginia got better as the year ended, and that quarterback, I love him. I cannot remember his name. That crazy quarterback. Yeah, that guy. I think at Virginia, that's a tough spot. UConn's a win. Michigan State's probably a win or a toss-up. Virginia, I don't know. Villanova's a win. I think IU's a tough game. How's Northwestern going to be? Do we know? We'll talk. I didn't add them, but I think FanDuel had them at plus 5.5 too.
I believe
or
so.
At 5.5 over under. Sorry.
I'll take Braun over Loxley all day.
Yeah, I think USC's a loss. Minnesota's a win. Oregon's a loss. Rutgers is a very high over under too. I did not put them in here, but I think they've got them at 6.5. Iowa, you never know what they're going to be like, and Penn State should be very good. So I don't know, man. I never believe in Maryland, so I'm hammering the under.
Yep.
Here's another interesting one, and this is why Seth named it what he named it, I guess. I don't get this one either, boys. Michigan, the national champion, again, with no talent left, right? At least no proven talent. Sorry, Seth. No legitimate proven talent. It's all gone to the NFL. No head coach. 9.5 wins. Plus 100 for the over, minus 122 under. Again, maybe a cake schedule, but I don't see it, man. I don't see it. 10 wins. You tell me how they get to 10.
So for me, it's all about who they line up at quarterback. Jack Tuttle did get his 7th season. So could we see a Jack Tuttle-led Michigan? They do have a absolute stud freshman coming in. Now, what they did with J.J. McCarthy was gave the incumbent about half a season before they gave the reins to J.J. McCarthy. They could do that again. Give Tuttle the first 6 games and then give this stud freshman.
What about Orgy? Does he still have eligibility left? He was their like running spot quarterback last year.
Yeah,
that guy.
he's there, but he's not a full-time quarterback.
Okay.
He's still there. He'll be a junior.
I don't care who's there. Their non-conference is not what it was last year. Their non-conference is, and Purdue knows this team very well, Fresno State at home, Texas, and then they got Arkansas State, right? But then here are their losable games. They've got Texas at home, who Texas is going to be very good next year.
Oh, Texas
USC at home. They've got some easier ones. They've got Minnesota, Washington, Illinois, Michigan State. But then they've got Oregon at home. And then they've got Ohio State away to finish. So they've got 4 very losable games. The good thing, I guess, for their schedule is, as I said, you've got Oregon at home, USC at home, Texas at home. So 3 of the 4 toughest games that they play are at home.
I think I'll take the under in a bridge year.
Me too. Ohio State plus 10.5. Over under 10.5. Why do I keep saying plus? Over under 10.5.
They will not lose a game next year.
Yep.
You don't think so?
Over.
Let me check their schedule. You don't think Oregon gets them? Do they play Oregon? Oregon loves to beat Ohio State.
I think they're
Man,
clean.
their non-conference is softer than our non-conference, I think. Akron, Western Michigan, Marshall. They play Oregon in Eugene. That's going to be appointment television.
Yeah,
boys.
that's the whole season.
Mhm.
Even if they do that, it's 11 wins.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they do that, though, again, a team that we probably rode a little bit too hard last year. They got to go to Penn State. That was what I was going to say. And then you've got, Purdue plays them at Ohio State, so they're not going to win that one. We've got them at Ohio State. We're not going to win that one. Yeah, they've got a very, outside of 2 games, they've got a very easy schedule.
I still don't think they lose a game.
Man, I don't think that they go to Eugene and win. I don't. Let me see what their history. Yeah, they're 2-1 against. Although they're 2-1 against Oregon.
Yeah,
I thought
with
they played
Dylan
them last year.
Gabriel.
They played them last year.
No, what was that? 2 years ago.
2 years ago, and they lost at home. So they're 2-1, and they're 2-0 in Autzen. So, what are you gonna do? Purdue. 4.5. We've been saying it just because we hate them.
They've got
a tough
schedule.
Well, they have to play at Ohio State. We already saw that one. What's the non-con?
Notre Dame's loaded.
Notre Dame's good. Indiana
Going
State.
to Corvallis. You absolutely no one wins in Corvallis.
Nope.
Like no one.
Nope.
No one wins in Corvallis.
No, it's a bad year for Oregon State. They're totally rebuilding.
No, they're going to be angry. It's not going to be good. Angry Beavers.
And then you got Nebraska. They'll bring
Nebraska.
Their
Who knows?
West
Again,
Lafayette.
they've gotten so much talent. I'd probably lean because I just don't think their coach is any good. But that's 50-50. Winning at Camp Randall.
Seth knows that stadium is going to be so red full of Nebraska fans. It's crazy. They've got Oregon at home.
At Wisconsin, Oregon will beat them at home. Probably beat Northwestern, losing to Ohio State, losing to Penn State. I hate that they have Michigan State on the road. Michigan State on the road always pulls them a conference upset. How many times have we went to Michigan State and we should have won? So that just feels like that's a frustrating loss.
Yeah, and then at IU to finish the year.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of wins.
It's an under. It's a rough.
Yeah.
It's a rough
It's a
year.
tough
We might be.
schedule. I mean,
we might be a better team than we were.
Let's go through and
That
look who's
doesn't
winnable.
matter.
Is Northwestern winnable at home?
Yeah.
Yes. That's
Illinois on the road?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
I don't think Indiana State's winnable. There's 2. Illinois 3. That's really it that I'm going to give you as winnable games.
Nebraska will
Michigan State.
Nebraska would probably have a 40% chance of winning.
I think they gave Nebraska. You guys ready for this one? Buckle up for this guy. 7.5.
Again, I'd have to look at it because Purdue's got a gauntlet, but there's some Big Ten teams with a cakewalk.
Yeah, we might have a better team, but a worse record next year, and it's going to be.
So here's a team. The last team we're going to do, and then we'll get into randos and everything else. That had a shocking over/under to me. USC 7.5. Now let me go through their schedule because this is why. This is how they start, boys. LSU in Las Vegas,
lost.
Utah State at Michigan, Wisconsin at Minnesota, Penn State at Maryland, Rutgers at Washington, Nebraska at UCLA, and then they finish against Notre Dame.
Dude, what are you talking about? It's a hard schedule.
Yeah.
Dude, the beginning of that schedule is tough. You've got LSU, and then you've got to go to Michigan, and then you've got what should be a decent Wisconsin team. I think they had them at 6.5. So then there's that. And then you've got Penn State. You've got to fly all the way across the country and go play in Maryland. And then you've got UCLA.
I have them at 8-4. I have them at 8-4.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
ready.
I guess
7-5 because their
Chick-fil-A.
like Riley might just not be very good. So
Yeah.
like maybe they'll drop a game that they shouldn't. It's actually a really good line. I think it's a really good line.
It's a great line,
is.
but that's what I'm saying. I just can't imagine USC being like, 7.5's right for USC.
Because
I
the
don't think so.
losses that I see are LSU, Notre Dame, and Penn State. And then they probably drop one of those coin flip games, right?
we
Like
totally
a Michigan, a Wisconsin, a UCLA rivalry game.
Are we totally just flushing Washington season? Are they done?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
Just a flash in the pan, maybe.
Yep. TCU, right? I mean, TCU came back and they went, what, 7-5, 8-4? I think that's what you're going to see from Washington. Maybe a little worse than that. But, yeah, I mean, I think
But TCU
Washington
didn't lose
was
their coach.
Right.
And their quarterback and their wide receivers.
And running backs.
Running backs and defensive players. They're in a tough spot. They got
I do think you can
raided.
Well, this was a fun segment. You can throw all this away.
Yeah, it doesn't
I mean,
matter. It's February.
But it's fun.
It's February.
Fun.
Yeah, exactly.
It's especially in IU. Vegas already thinks IU is a 2-win better team. That's the story out of this entire segment. Is that the Signetti effect? Is that an easier? I don't think it's that much of an easier schedule.
I do think it's a much easier schedule. We didn't go through IU schedule.
Well, we have plenty of time to do that. We don't need to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I love that Vegas is giving a slight edge to going 5-7. I love that.
One thing we haven't talked about on this podcast, and I want to get your thoughts on it. It seems to hit pretty well, I think, based on what I saw on Twitter when they announced it 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago at this point. We didn't talk about the date and time of the spring game. A Thursday night, the weekend of Little Five, right? Thursday night spring
girls'
game.
race. Yeah, it's after the girls' race.
What do you think about that? I mean, you're not a big spring game guy. I think I'll make it work. The problem is that's a school night for my children, and it's an 8 p.m. start. But they really enjoyed going to the spring game last year and getting on the field, meet the players. Any thoughts on that? Does it matter? I don't think it matters.
I love that there's a spring game. I love that it's during Little 5 weekend. I think it's just great planning. Because I don't think anyone travels for the spring game, but a lot of people go, and I'm not talking about just like kids going to party for Little 5, but like there's a lot of alumni and fraternities, and a lot of families go down. Like, I think planning it during a time when people are already there, you're gonna get some natural traffic to it, which will create a little bit more buzz. I don't know this to be true, but like I think Tom was a little scared of having a spring game because nobody would show, right? I think with the
Yeah.
buzz of Coach Sig, I think with planning it when it is, I think it's smart to bring it back. I think it's smart when to have it. There's a 0% chance I will be there, but I do love all the aspects to it.
Yeah, they
I'm
a
just
lot
not.
of the
I'm just not
people.
doing a 3-hour round trip for a.
No, I hear you. I hear you. I may try to stay down there. A lot of the people that have noticed it, or at least that are participating in Little 5 and have noticed it, have reached out to Coach Sig to tell him, hey, thank you for doing this on not a race day or during the weekend or any of this stuff. And actually invited him to go out, and he's committed to go out to watch some of the races and be part of the festivities and everything else, which is
Is
cool.
it Thursday or Friday night?
Little 5?
No, the game. I thought it was
The
Friday.
game's Thursday night. Game's Thursday night.
Thursday night. Okay.
Yeah. The Thursday night. So, yeah, we're going to run through the rest of this. And speaking of running, Monon Track Club, Indiana's running brand, built on a deep love for the sport in the Hoosier State. They craft products, tell stories, create experiences that aim to celebrate, support, and add to Indiana's running culture. Check out the link in the show notes for more details on their club runs and shop sick gear from shirts to hoodies to koozies. As a thank you to our listeners, we're going to offer you a 10% off discount. Use Triple H110 at checkout. That's HHH10 at checkout. And now back to the show. Brando's Randos. Brando, what is up, my brother?
Yeah. So I got almost no sports. There are no IU sports in any of these at all. But we named our podcast Hoosier Happy Hour. I don't think we ever went over what our drink of choice is. What's our favorite type of alcohol? What's our go-to drink? What drink don't we like? I just thought if we're naming our podcast, which we did I feel like we should share with people what we drink.
Okay, I will start. I'm going to go 2 categories. I'm going to go a hard alcohol, and then I'm going to go with a, it's a Tuesday, and I want maybe just grab 1 or 2 out of the fridge, right? Tuesday, grab 1 or 2 out of the fridge. I'm going long drink. And if you don't know what long drink is, go to your local liquor store, go to Meijer, go to wherever you want. It's in a blue box. Don't get the black. Don't start with the black box. The black box is 8%. Don't do that one unless you're really trying to have a good time. But go to the blue box. You're going to see gin on there. Don't be scared about it. It's a very good drink. That's a very good one. My drink of choice, I'd say right now, and Brandon knows this very well because of his birthday. If I'm going out and going to a bar, I'm going to have a tequila and soda with a couple limes or at least a splash of lime juice in there. That's my drink of choice.
All right. I am not much of a drinker. I will split it into my hard alcohol and my
what do you do
beers.
instead?
I have a good time.
Okay.
I like to party. I love a good draft beer. I'm a good light beer. Love me something nice and not filling. The Sun King Cream Ale, good one. I love the Wisconsin beers. What are they? The New Glarus. Was it Moondog? And what's the other one I drink all the time? I can't remember. But those
Spotted Cow.
Thank you. That was blanking on me. And then I do not drink hard alcohol hardly at all, but I am all for a novelty fireball shot. To the point where some of you don't even let me use those anymore. But
Fireball and Oreos, baby.
So funny.
Oreos.
My next question. I'll just go quickly to answer it. For me, I am a hard alcohol guy. I'm a bourbon guy. I always start with bourbon with a little bit of ginger ale, but then I just want to get rid of the ginger ale. And I have bourbon on the rocks. Unless it's a really, really good one, then I will go. Then I will just go regular neat. But And also like I can do IPAs, I can do light beer. It's kind of all the same to me. Whatever people have, I'm gonna drink it. But I'm much more of a bourbon guy, occasional vodka guy, but mostly bourbon guy. So my next question is, are you guys shot guys? Sounds like Seth, yes, you are a shot guy.
I am the peer pressure recipient. I tend to be the one that everyone likes to watch take shots because he doesn't take them. So it seems like I'm a peer pressure novelty act.
Easy target. Easy target.
Yeah, exactly.
I might just post the video of you taking a shot. I might do
All
it.
right.
Do I have your permission? Okay, cool.
You might want to edit it down. My reaction's a little long.
It's a little dramatic. To answer your question, I like shots, Brandon, but I think as you saw at your birthday, I'm not one to go out of my way to order a shot.
Correct.
I will take it if somebody gives it to me. It's not like a cheap thing. I don't have a problem buying shots. I just don't ever think about it because here's what happens to me is that I have a shot and then I forget that I had a shot at some point. And then I continue to drink as if I did not have a shot at some point of a different type of liquor, like said bourbon that you guys were passing out like it was candy. And then I wake up the next morning and I don't feel good.
Yes. So yeah, I mean, so my birthday night was the first time I've seen you like party drink shots. Like normally we take like a celebratory shot, before we walk into the game, or, we'll take a halftime shot at your house. Like it's very for you. It's intentional. It isn't just like, oh, I'm sitting here and bored. Let's rip shots. That's not how I've seen you consume shots. That's how I consume shots. But it's also like my wife almost doesn't drink anything but shots. Sasha is the shot, the shot queen. So 2 more things. I'm going to Columbus, Ohio this weekend for a guys trip. First question is thoughts on Columbus, Ohio.
Take a shower immediately upon returning.
Now I'm going because I love hockey. I know, Bragg, you've turned into a hockey fan. Regionally, if you want to go to a Blackhawks game or a Red Wings game or a Nashville Predators game, you're paying half a mortgage payment, right? Columbus Blue Jacket tickets are
very
like
cheap.
Pittsburgh Pirate tickets.
$21 top sections or whatever.
We paid up. We are on the glass for $120 a ticket.
Yep.
On the glass for $120 a ticket. I've never sat at the glass. I've been at plenty, but these are by far the best hockey seats. So that was kind of the reason why we decided to go. But then I'm also going to my first ever MLS game. Have you guys been to an MLS game?
No. And I love soccer, you know me, but I hate the MLS. Oh, it's hard to watch.
So one of the guys, the 2 of the guys, big hockey fans. The other guy, not a hockey fan, barely a sports fan, to be honest, but he's a huge soccer guy. And he runs one of the biggest clubs here in Indianapolis. He has 12 fields up in McCordsville. I won't say his name because I don't think he would want me to share that. But we're sitting in a suite. Like we're literally in a suite for our Columbus Crew game. Anytime you can go to a suite, that's a good time.
Yeah,
right?
dude. Yeah.
Right. So that's that.
There
That's all
you go. Cool. Seth, what's in your sack?
All right. As always, I'm turning this back to video games. NCAA 25. It's gonna happen in July.
We need to do a whole section on this. Are we just doing a question, or what do we do?
I got that. Hold on. Let me get my little tease, buddy.
Okay.
Building it up. People are squirting off all over the place now because of you ruined the tease. All right, here we go. Anyways, it's coming out. Everyone's excited. I've watched all the promo videos, the hype videos. Everyone's buying in. This chant, this mascot's in. We're all in. Everyone's going to buy it. But what's really fun is we don't have to deal with some jackass Minnesota Vikings fan pretending they know who the roster
thank you
values
so
are
much
on
for
everybody.
doing that.
Yeah, thanks,
I know. Thank you. Sorry. Thank you for the last
042 or whatever you are.
For the last 11 years, I've greatly appreciated it. But now I don't have to worry about you judging us anymore. Well, whatever. I speak usually as a Purdue guy, but
he was never that far off.
No, he was pretty spot on. I have to admit. But anyways, I was just thinking about what EA Sports is going to rank as some of the best IU players going into the next season. I gave some guys and some rankings that I thought and wanted to see where you guys fall in line on these. So I
Okay.
had the top 7 guys. Elijah Surratt, I had as a 91 to 93.
I think he's
I
a
thought
little lower
91
than
was
that.
fair.
I have him at an 89, our highest rated player.
Okay.
I thought 91 was fair on that. And I don't think that he'd be the highest rated player. I would think that you don't think Kadick would be. Kadick might be in your top 7.
He'll
Or
be on
Carter
there.
Smith, I mean.
Carter Smith is
I have him
number
as
2.
mid 80s, 85,
Okay.
86.
Okay. I have Carter Smith at number 2 in the
88.
87 to 89 range.
Okay, perfect.
So I'm
80,
just a
88.
little under you. We're not that far off.
Okay.
Yep.
Donovan McCulley,
Yep, 87.
86 to 88.
87. I have
I've not looked at your note.
Mike Kadick,
85.
85 to 87.
83.
They usually, because he's a 6-year senior, they usually kind of give him a little extra value.
86 then.
I have Rourke next,
An
84 to 86.
79.
80. I think he's an 84.
He will get a bump because of his experience in a MAC level program. If he was still at Ohio, they'd put him at a 94. It's one of those MAC biases, I promise you. The next guy.
No, I think we got like Rourke at like a 79. Taven Jackson, because of his ranking, I think they have him at like a 76.
Mhm.
And then you have Cherry at like a 74, and then Lowry at like a 66.
Okay. My next 2, so I had 6 and 7. I have Howland at 82 to 84. They always boost running backs. They always make skill position players a little bit higher. So I had him. And then again, a weird position. They always rank a little bit higher. James Evans. I have him at an 81 to 83.
Oh, I think he's up there. He's in my top 5.
80,
Okay.
84, 85 for me on him. But on Howland, I was thinking maybe an 82.
Okay. And then
I
here's
was-
the big group I have at 77 to 80.
Okay.
Sanguinetti,
Okay.
Wedig,
Okay.
Toomer,
Okay.
Williams, Cooper, and the transfer running backs.
Okay. So I think you're forgetting a player, and I need to look him up because I forgot his name as well. But I think you're forgetting somebody that I feel like should probably definitely be in at least the top 10, if not the top 7. And it's the safety transfer from Boston College. I cannot remember. Sean Asbury from ODU, who is originally a Boston College guy, if I'm correct. Yeah.
Mhm.
So this guy, if I remember right, is like a top safety transfer in the country, according to PFF. Like his stats are insane. I do think he tops mid 80s.
I think with transfers, they tend to rank them a little under where they are. And then if they do, like they do with Madden rosters, they'll probably grow a little bit as the season progresses and as the rosters update. That'd be my guess.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I was trying to find something to see if maybe I could find like a Curtis Rourke NCAA football, like, you know, like
I'll
Vikes
pull up
fan
what he was. I was
069
going to say, I'll pull up
or
his
whatever he was.
roster from Ohio from last year. And I'll see what Vikes fan had him at.
So
Yeah.
I just think of because of how high he was as a prospect and how high he was as a as a transfer that we kept. I have Jameer Johnson as a corner in the lower 80s.
Jimmy, yeah, that's a good one.
I have him as an 82.
What about Kobe Minor?
I
Right?
probably high 70s.
Really? I think that
He was just a low recruit, low transfer. He as a transfer, he was 631.
Do they not look at stats though? Because I feel like his underlying stats were insane last year.
I don't.
Like,
How
he
much
was
can
a
you look
really,
at a 3-9
really good-
football team? I don't know.
Yeah,
if
but I mean,
if I'm doing the ratings, like that's why I have James Evans as high because they're gonna have his power through the roof.
Right. Yep.
Right. And when
His
you have
accuracy might be a little down, but his power should be at 96,
but
97.
we've all done that. Like if you're one of the extremes, you're gonna have a high ranking.
Mhm.
Like it's just like the way that works. The guys that are like 85 normally aren't that great, but the guys that's 96 and 72, he's normally pretty high. Like that's just the way the video game algorithm works or did work. I mean, Again, I haven't played a video game in like 3 years.
We're gonna have a party though when it comes out, right? We're all gonna.
Yeah, of
Oh,
course.
like I'm gonna be gone for 3 days. Like it's a guy's trip. Like I may not leave one of your guys' houses for like days.
That's fine.
Sounds good.
Come on over.
DoorDash. We got it.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, then let's wrap it up. We're just short of an hour, so we're good. Be sure to check out the pod on Twitter, Instagram, at Happy Hour IUFB, and make sure to follow our partner at Big Banter Sports for all the latest updates involving our podcast, as well as the other 17 top-notch pods that cover the other teams in the conference. Be sure to download, rate, review, and follow on all of our platforms. And I think we'll talk to you guys next week, unless there's another pile up or something and snow out of nowhere. So, yeah, until then, I still don't know what we say. I think it's like,
Cheers.
or something.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys. Bye.